Hello everyone, welcome to the next video of C programming. In our previous video, we have learned how to use while loop and do while loop in our programming. So by using those concepts, let us write some more program so that you will be much more confident while facing any kind of problem. Okay, so we'll discuss some of the programs like sum of digits of a number. We'll find out. You have to reverse a number. You have to check a number is palindrome or not, and you have to find GCD and LCM of two numbers. Okay, so let us go to the first program that you have to find the sum of digits of a number. Okay, so before writing the program, let us do the analysis. What actually is our objective? Now, previously you are bound to enter 3-digit number or 4-digit number so that the program we have written specifically step by step. But here, whenever we have understood the concept of loop, that means a piece of code I can execute as many number of times I want. So whenever I am finding the sum of digits of a number, that number may be of 2-digit, 3-digit, 4-digit, or any digit. That means we will write a single program which will work for any digit number. Okay, so how to do that? Let us take the example. Okay, my number is 2357. Okay, and I have to find the sum of digits of the number. Okay, so before doing that, let us do a simple rough work. So about 23 modulus 10 means what? Now after dividing 23 by 10, what is my remainder? Now my remainder will be 3. That means the output whatever I am concluding here, that if I need the rightmost digit of a particular number, I have to do modulus 10. Okay, but if I am making it divide by 10, so I'll get 2 because integer by integer always gives integer. So here the conclusion arises that if I want to remove the rightmost digit from a particular number, then I have to do it divide by 10. Okay, modulus 10, I'll get the rightmost digit. Divide by 10, I'll remove the rightmost digit from my number. Okay, so by following this particular principle, let us proceed with this problem. Okay, now here my number is 2357. So first of all, what I'll do here, now I have to count or I have to find the digit. So the digit I can find how? Now I'll write 2357 modulus 10 so that the rightmost digit I'll get as 7. Okay, I have to find the sum of every digit. So previously what I'll do, whenever I have not started my sum process, so my sum is equal to 0. So every time I'll get the digit, I'll add the digit with my sum and I'll update the sum value. Okay. So initially whenever it is 0, now I got the digit 7. So 0 plus 7 will become 7. Now what is the conclusion here? Now I have completed the work of 7. Next time I need 5. Okay, so I'll do modulus 10. But whenever I'll do modulus 10, 5 must be the rightmost digit. So what I need to do, I need to remove 7 from this number. Okay, so I'll write down 2357 divide by 10. So my number will become what? My number will become 235. Okay, because I am removing the rightmost digit by using divide by 10. Next time I'll do the same process again. What I'll do? Now 235 modulus 10. What I'll get? Now 5. Sum is now 7. So 7 plus 5 will become 12. Okay. And then once my 5 work is over, I'll remove 5. How to do? Now I'll divide by 10. So it will become 23. The same process again I'll follow. 23 modulus 10 will become 3. Sum is 12 plus currently I got 3. So 15. Work of 3 is over. So 23 divided by 10 will become 2. The same process I'll follow once again. 2 modulus 10 is 2. Sum was 15. So 15 plus 2 will become 17. Work of 2 is over. So 2 by 10 will become 0. So that means when my number will become 0, I'll stop the process. Okay, but every time what I'll do, I'll find the modulus 10, I'll find the sum, and I'll divide by 10 so that my rightmost digit will be deleted. Okay, so by following this particular principle, let us write down the program. So what I'll do, I'll use the header file. So the number I am declaring, I need a digit, and as per discussion, the sum will be initialized to 0 because I have not started my sum process. So I enter the number. I'll take the input from the user. That may be of any digit. Okay. And after that, I'll start my processing. So what I have decided, while the number is not equal to 0, I'll continue the process. So what process I'll continue? I'll find the digit. How I am finding the digit? By using modulus 10, so that my rightmost digit I'll get. To the previous sum, I'll add the digit. And once my digit work is over, I'll remove that particular rightmost digit by dividing 10. Okay. So by using this particular principle, if I'll print outside sum of the digits is percentage %d, and I'm printing the value of sum. Okay. So step by step, I am writing the program so that you can understand, and you will understand the approach, how I am writing the program. You will get a lot of confidence while writing the program by yourself. Okay. So there is no error. It is asking for any number. So 2356. So it will be 6 plus 5, 11, plus 3, 14, plus 2, 16. Okay. This is what my program. Okay. Now what I will do here, let us rewrite the program by using do while so that you can understand how to write this particular program. And what we have discussed, you will remove while. In place of while, you will write do. And then at the end, you will write while with a semicolon. Okay. So I'm writing only for your understanding. You will find the difference between do while and while. Clear? So let us, I have not changed anything. 3, 4, 5, 6. So this will be 6 plus 5, 11 plus 4, 15 plus 3, 18. Okay. So if you can write the program by using while loop, I can write the program by using do while also. Okay. Now coming to the next question, you have to reverse a number. So what do you mean by reverse a number? Suppose the number I have taken as input as 245. I need to reverse means the reverse value will be 542. Okay. Similarly, here also I'll do the same thing. I'll find the digit. Clear? So 245 modulus 10, I'll get 5. Okay. Initially, I'd have not done any kind of reverse. So reverse is 0 here. Now, how to find reverse? Suppose I am having 23. I have to make it 32. So I have digit 3. I have digit 2. How to make it 32? I'll multiply 10 with 3 plus 2 will become 32. Okay. So that means every time I'll get a digit, I'll multiply 10 with the previous reverse plus I'll add the digit. So what reverse I have taken? I have taken 0. So in place of reverse, if I write down 0, so it will become 0 into 10, 0 plus 5, 5. So initially, currently my reverse is 5. Okay. 5 work is over. So 245 divided by 10 will become 24. Okay. The same set of code I'll write down once again. 24 modulus 10 will become 4. Reverse is currently 5. So 5 into 10 plus 4 will become 54 because 5 into 10 is 50 plus 4 is 54. The work of 4 is over. So 224 divided by 10 will become 2. The same set of code I'll write down once again. 2 modulus 10 is 2. Reverse is 54. I'll multiply 10 plus 2. It will become 542. The work of 2 is over, so 2 by 10 will become 0. So that means I have started with number 245. Now my number will become 0. So till my number is not equal to 0, I'll continue 3 steps. What? I'll find the digit, I'll find the reverse, I'll remove the digit. That's all. Okay. So let us write down the program by using the same principle that we have discussed. Okay. I'll include the header file. I'll declare a number, reverse equal to 0, and my digit. Okay. I'll take the input. So let us copy the same code. Already we have written this particular line. So I'll copy it. So what condition I'll provide? While my number is not equal to 0, what I'll do? My digit equal to number modulus 10, reverse equal to the previous reverse into 10 plus digit, and then number equal to number by 10. Okay. So as per our example, the steps will continue, and when my loop will be false, when my number will become 0, so I'll print it, reverse is percentage %d, and you print the reverse value. Okay. So let us compile and execute. $2,345. Now see 5432. Okay. Now as per our discussion, let us write down the same program by using do while. What I need to do? I'll write down do in place of while, and after the bracket I'll write down while with a semicolon. So compile and execute. Okay. So this is how we'll write down the program, how to reverse a number. Done. Now third, you have to check a number is palindrome or not. What do you mean by a palindrome number? That means if I have entered a number 121, I'll do the reverse of this particular number. What I'll get? Now 121. So if both the number, mean the original number and the reverse number both are equal, then it is known as a palindrome number. Okay. So let us write down the program. Now what we'll do here, reverse already have written. Okay. We'll just write down the same program once again, where we have done the reverse. Clear? So reverse value is present in REV variable and number is present in number. So after doing reverse, say, okay, let's print the reverse value. After printing the reverse value, I'll write down if reverse equal to number. Okay, that means after doing the reverse one, so if reverse equal to number, printf percentage %d is a palindrome number. Okay, else we'll print again is not a palindrome number. Simple. What we have discussed, you will take one number as input, you will do the reverse. After doing the reverse, you will compare the reverse number and the original number, both are equal or not. If equal, it's a palindrome number, otherwise it is not a palindrome number. Okay, so let us take the input. So it's let us give a slash n here so that you can check it easily. So reverse 21, but it is showing it is not a palindrome number. Why? This is the simple mistake normally students used to do. What they think, I have taken the number, I am doing the reverse, it must be equal. But they used to forget कि when this loop will be over, my loop will be over whenever my loop will be over whenever the number will become 0. So if my number is currently 0, then how I will compare with 0? That means I need to take the backup of the number in another variable. Okay. Before doing any operation, I'll write down temp equal to number. That means whatever the original number I have taken, I know that after this loop it will become 0. So I have taken a backup of the number. And in place of number, I'll compare with temp, the value which is stored originally. Okay. Now you check it. Check. 121 is a palindrome number. Okay. So this is what the logic you have to think of. Ki whenever I am writing this loop, my number will become changed. Okay. So I have to compare with the original variable. So original value I have taken backup. So I am just giving you the simple assignment. You rewrite the program by using do while. Okay. One more question is there. You have to find the GCD and LCM of two numbers. Okay. So you try by yourself. If it is not done, comment it. I'll share the solution, but you have to try by yourself. Okay. So through this video, what we have done, we have written the program by using while loop as well as by using do while loop. So if you'll watch the video thoroughly, you'll do some raw work. You'll get to know how someone will approach for the any kind of problem by using loop. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching this video.